Hey, you. Come take a look.
Yes?
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it.
You doing okay, man?
Me? Oh, sure. Terrific. Never better. And as soon as I pay off my docking fines, I'll be back on my feet and in my ship.
The docking fines.
So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may have broken a few of them. Who'd think Slug would be so strict?
Docking rules.
Let's see. There's docking without prior authorization, double docking, docking into adjacent vessels, docking while under the influence of alcohol, docking while under the influence of caffeinoids, and loitering.
Huh.
And that reminds me that I've got delinquency fees accruing on top of the original docking fines. Which is why I'm hoping you'll purchase my fine wares.
So is that why you're selling all this junk?
Junk? My friend, this is not junk. These are people's prized possessions. Priceless personal effects, beloved souvenirs and knickknacks.
And how did you come by them?
Huh? Oh, well, some of the guests left this stuff behind.
Really? Well, it can't be valuable if people just left it behind.
Take a look for yourself.
Excuse me.
Timeline discrepancy
What
detected. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What's going on here? There's been a murder.
Discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life.
There's puncture wounds near his collarbone. I'm having trouble finding an exit wound.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death?
Some sort of firearm. Not a conventional one either.
Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler.
The Needler.
Yes, Inspector. The Needler. Bespoke handgun carried and wielded by Halcyon Helen. Famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror on Monarch. This weapon was responsible for executing the Chief of the Savages, played by Spencer Woolridge.
I see. Before we go, Amplifier, do you think he'd miss his outfit?
This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering rhetorical questions.
In that case, I think I'll take his things. They are potential evidence, after all, yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, what's this?
This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
Really? What kind of residue? Sharp. Bitter. Burns.
Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
Alright.
Hey, you can see into the hotel rooms with that thing. Hey, you can see into the hotel rooms with that thing.
Yes, I suppose you could, yes.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access, and... Welcome to the Piraeus spaceport.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much.
Slug light? Would that be some form of bioluminescence? No? Nothing?
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
I'm an inspector, fella. Sticking my nose where it doesn't belong is my job.
Well, you ain't gonna stick that nose anywhere ever again.
You're not really a slug, are you? It's okay, you can tell me.
Woolly piss! Why'd we decide to do this? Hey, any chance we could reschedule? Yeah, maybe do this whole showdown business, never?
Maybe if your change of heart had come earlier, I would have believed it.
Their mistake.
Find him, Captain. Can't get past that all.
Go after them.
Idiots. What's this? There's a crumpled note here bearing neat, even handwriting, signed the Marketeer. Got a job for anyone with a ready gun hand and empty pockets. There's an inspector looking into the murder of Halcyon Helen. My client wants you to cross them off. Don't worry about subtlety. In fact, don't be subtle. Just make sure that once you agree to the job, you visit the rearmost bunk, put on the uniforms you'll find folded beneath the mattress. After that, feel free to cause a ruckus. Be sure to let them know slug territory is off limits. The reward's 40,000 bits, plus all the enhancing chemicals you could ever want. Marketeer.
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
I need to acquire the Grand Colonial Kitchen security footage from your archive.
All requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, sure. Hold still. I need to examine your bit processing unit real quick.
Error. Bit processing unit has been removed, temporarily surpassing bit fee request. Funds will be requested from Rizzo's leadership with interest at a later date. Delivering footage. Thank you for your patronage. If you would like a wine recommendation to pair with that footage, please submit the requisite request forms. Is there any other assistance this unit may provide?
So your designation is Deputy Wine Taster? What are you doing in the constabulary?
Error. Unit designation no longer wine taster. Unit designation now deputy.
So you used to be a wine tasting mechanical. What's your favorite wine?
Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit is incapable of taste.
I see. Well, how are you capable of deputying? Do your wine testing instruments double as weapons or something?
While potential lethality of unit instrumentation bears towards 95% violent utilization of equipment would void unit warranty. All Rizzo's constabularies must include at least one deputy constable among the pool of available Rizzo's employee candidates. This unit was considered the most competent.
Huh? Oh. Alright then.
How may this unit be of service to you?
So what was that you were saying about a sprat infestation?
Checking logs. Error. Informational limitations found. 2. Reciting limitation 1. Do not tell users about constabulary sprat infestation. We do not need to pay the health inspector's bribe. A third time limitation. 2. Do not read informational limitations aloud. Especially not to any of those void-damned snot-nosed guests. Or I'll have you sold for parts.
I see. Goodbye, Deputy Wine Taster. If you're the deputy, then where is the constable?
Greetings, criminal. This unit
What?
would implore you
Is that-
to confess to your crime of landing with an expired. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrappy. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Keene has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute.
Mills Cassidy, Elvis Zerber, Lamb Alexis. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, I already have the footage. Please be on your guard. Parius Spaceport is... if you kept an eye on Cedric Kincannon, he's looking for any opportunity to seize control of the entire complex from me, and you're keeping him in check. You are the first, last, and only line of defense between Slug's lawless hooligans and our project. I know you have dreams of something bigger than Eridanos. If this product launch is successful, if Spectrum Brown spreads to the rest of the colony, I promise you, I'll find you a place where you can be happy the rest of your life. Okay. Recovery. Okay. Right, well, anyway.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Is it still going? Okay. Let's keep listening, I guess. Why not?
Here, questioning you every minute until you submit a confession. Error. Information on recent exchange lost. Restarting conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
Alright. Why did I listen to that? I have no idea. I'm hungry. Alright.
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
These are small wounds. She looks like she was shot in the head and neck.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone and between the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition.
Maybe like the same weapon that killed the mascot?
Yes, Inspector. These entry wounds match the profile previously detected on the Rizzo's Rangers mascot. Constable Maria Keene was likely killed by someone wielding the needler.
Well, I think I see some casings on the ground. Ammunition?
These casings are too minuscule for conventional small-caliber firearms. Each casing resembles a lancing needle used for medical and surgical purposes.
Medical purposes, eh? Amplifiers scan her blood for toxins.
High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected.
Ah, potassium chloride. That would have stopped her heart.
These substances show the highest concentration near the entry and exit wounds. Cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most likely cause of death.
Alright, we've seen enough. Let's go.
Welcome back, hopefully, law-abiding individual. Engaging guilt-tripping subroutines. You haven't committed any crimes lately, have you? Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
Alright, the constable is dead.
Understood. This unit requires a moment to process this information. Information processed. Personal designation upgraded to acting constable. Thank you, law-abiding consumer.
Oh, good. Well, Keen was the killer's latest victim, I should say. They could strike again.
This unit concurs with your inference. Unapprehended killers are likely to continue killing.
No, you don't understand. I'm asking for your help in catching the killer.
Error. This unit is incapable of inspection, deduction, unassisted apprehension, or aggressive pursuit.
Well, what exactly are you capable of?
This unit has been programmed to recommend a wine to pair with your grief. Wash away your sorrows with a glass of highly concentrated, partially fermented purple berry wine. Has a body richer than Byzantium's elite, with an earthy aftertaste redolent of mostly oak. Purple berry wine coming soon from Rizzo's.
Whatever. Good luck, Constable.
You got an appointment? Appointment?
No, but I need to speak with Cedric.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment?
No, but I'd like to see Cedric.
No appointment? No talking to Mr. Kincannon.
Alright, can I make an appointment for right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
Well, I could put in a good word with Cedric about his incredibly helpful secretary.
Wouldn't mind a new bolter pistol. I've fired mine so many times, the tips nearly fell off. Let's give Mr. Kincannon a ring. Mr. Kincannon.
Good.
Got a person of interest here to see you. Think they've got business.
That sounds like our inspector. Please, send him up. Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by. Here for my alibi, I assume?
Well, sure, let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
What do you mean when you say break?
His spine, specifically. If you'd like to know the exact vertebrae, I'm afraid I don't know. I can tell you he's quite dead. Not that it matters much. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
So your alibi is that you were busy murdering someone else?
Which, as I said, you should not trust. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
Which means her death is a net loss for Slug.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
I take it the guy you tortured wasn't the source of your missing cargo, then?
Oh, Elliot stole from me, all right. Alas, you're right in that his was a singular isolated incident, and as such, does not resolve a concerning broader trend. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
So what has gone missing specifically?
Nothing unsavory, and nothing Ludovico shouldn't know about, if that's your concern. I'm quite serious when I say Slug is a legitimate business. As to the specifics, I'm not sure. The warehouse foreman should be able to tell you. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Okay, and what's the connection to Helen's murder?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
I guess I can't guarantee the theft isn't related to the murder.
I certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I like to commit my own horrific bodily harm, thank you.
Oh, I never subcontract out that type of work, Inspector. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Alright. Before I get started...
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
I would like an explanation for why I was attacked outside.
Bar fight? Drunk Raptidons? Black hole Bertie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
No, I had to run in with some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
Yes, but how did thugs get their hands on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few.
Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Well, clearly whoever's behind this wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
If you have a theory, spit it out.
Oh, that's good. That's very good, Inspector. I like this. Dominant, aggressive, The man in charge.
Just
I don't want to accuse
answer the
anyone
question
without hard evidence, though it may be worth noting Ludovico has motivation in spades.
So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that matter settled, is there anything else you'd like my assistance with?
Yes, I found the constable dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
Well, no, I'm afraid not. This was murder, alright.
It seems murder is becoming an unsettling trend on Eridanos as of late. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
Huh. You're actually upset about this, aren't you?
We may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but we were not enemies. Perhaps it will shock you to hear her loss saddens me. Maria was a decent soul. and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
Well, now you know.
Indeed. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
I have some questions about Helen.
Very well.
Did you have many dealings with her?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
Really? And that didn't strike you as suspicious?
That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time to learn to use tools like that deftly. I wonder, did she run out of time in the end?
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
My point is, you're getting away with less than you think.
Now that is interesting. I suppose we'll see, won't we? Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale, whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes.
Well, if you didn't kill her, any idea on who would want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
Well, I'm not willing to rule anything out yet.
A smart approach, Inspector. And yet, this murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
So you think she had a powerful enemy?
Indeed. I suspect Helen arrived on Eridanos with grander plans than promoting Spectrum Brown. I knew I was right about you being clever, Inspector. I'm glad. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
Well, that's all I wanted to know.
One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now. What, or who, made you decide to investigate me?
You're one of Eridanos' major players. It only makes sense.
Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this, whether he wishes to be or not. Now then, did you need anything else?
So why does Lodovico hate you so much anyway?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
Let me guess, you put a severed Raptidon head in his bed?
What? No. Law, no. Why in the architect's name would you think that? Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
So you tricked him?
Think of it this way. It was a test, and he failed. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
Nurturing a grudge is an ugly thing. It could get someone killed. You should make peace with him.
Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
That's not gonna happen.
That certainly seems to be our dear administrator's goal, at least. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
Which, of course, you are.
I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
Right. Excuse me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What is it? What is it?
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
Let's analyze the fingerprints further.
The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Aha. Just as I expected. Not that someone couldn't have accessed the cabinet using gloves, I consider, but the simplest solution is often the right one. Now, that gun on the bottom looks special. Has it been customized?
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
I see.
Admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch.
Oh yeah?
Hello. Welcome to Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm Marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Your title is Marketeer, right? Ever refer to yourself just as Marketeer?
Oh, I see you've read some of my poems. Very clever, Inspector. Yes, my pen name is the Marketeer, though I also use it in certain business dealings. Wait a moment.
Really?
Why do you ask?
Well, I found one of your work.
Hey now, hey, let's all be reasonable here. I'm just a middleman. None of this was my idea. Occasionally, jobs requiring discretion arrive here from the hotel. Always anonymous and always lucrative. For a sizable cut, I set these jobs up and ask no questions. Somebody sent me a note telling me they wanted you dead. I don't know who, and I don't know why. I swear.
So you were hired by an anonymous note to hire someone else by anonymous note?
Yeah, of course. It's called a paper trail. Give me a little credit. I'm a professional. I've got to have some standards.
You're either twisting my arm or you're an idiot. I don't know what to make of you.
I understand your distrust, but look at me in my place of business. What would I stand to gain from destroying you versus how much I stand to lose if discovered? You're welcome to remain suspicious, but in the meantime, you're completely welcome to browse my wares at your leisure. No surcharge. Again, terribly sorry.
Uh-huh.
Hey, could I talk to you for a second? Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
No, actually the Unreliable is my ship.
Cut the shit. I know Hawthorne's captain of that ship, and I know you ain't him. You want to try again?
Well, my name is Richard B. Sorry to tell you, but Hawthorne's dead, and the ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
Go on.
I run an outfit for the moving of, less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
Alright, so what do you need me to do?
Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mills is the name. She'll know where the cargo is.
How'll she know I'm working with you?
Oh, yeah, right. We have a secret phrase. I like boneless spratwurst. Say that and she'll know you're a friend.
But I don't like boneless spratwurst.
Look, nobody does. That's why it's a good passphrase.
I guess. Alright, I'll get going.
Be seeing ya. Remember, Cassidy's at the constabulary. She might be a little wary, so be careful.
Don't worry about me, I can handle myself.
What do you want?
Hey there. Need to ask you a few questions, Mr. Holcomb.
Not so loud! How'd you know it was me?
Sorry, should I not have?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Incognito.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's kinda neato. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
There are many types of intelligence, Mr. Holcomb. For example, your expertise on the field. Your hack attack is nothing short of brilliant.
That's nice, Vicar, but we're investigating a murder here.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer.
Well, yeah.
So, how do I help?
So, what were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
Getting what?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
He's saying he was drunk, Captain.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow? There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
Ah, so that was your woolly cow.
Oh, wow! That's real clever of you to figure out. Helen would have liked you, I'd wager. Say, is the cow okay?
You got a woolly cow drunk. They're not supposed to get drunk.
It was wrong of us. I hope she doesn't have a hangover or nothing. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
And isn't that convenient?
Yeah, it was. Because that's when I saw the weather station. Which reminded me that Helen had asked me to get a data pad she'd stashed there for safekeeping.
Wait, you're telling me Helen dumped you, then asked you for a favor?
Nah, she sent a note to my hotel room before we, you know, split. I don't know how long it was sitting there before I noticed.
I see. So you thought doing her a favor would smooth things over.
She needed something done, and I could do it. Simple as that, okay? I found the data pad at the weather station, like Helen said, but then a guard found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
You're sure this guard couldn't ID you?
Real sure. It was dark as night gets. Plus, I've got small veins. Anyway, I didn't much feel like trying to explain why I was out there, or why I was drunk, and holding someone else's data pad, and also maybe crying a little, so I booked it. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the Tossball in the Friday zone.
Did anyone else see you that night? Think hard. Anyone. Anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, no. Nope. No one else.
Having a witness only benefits you, Bertie. Unless you have something to hide.
I don't. All we did was talk, I swear. It's just, I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
If you don't want to talk to good inspector, maybe bad inspector will change your mind. Ellie?
You have no idea how long I've wanted to do this. Listen up, spratfuck. You're in big trouble.
I am?
Hey, I'm asking the questions here. From now on, you don't talk until I tell you to. And when I do, you better sing like a terror ray.
Yeah, and when the terror rays sing, it isn't pretty.
Got it?
I think so. Yes.
You think you're our only source? While you've been here nursing your conscience, your friends have been talking. And it's not looking good for you, Bertie. If that even is your real name. You're gonna tell us what we want to know, or you're gonna find out what the inside of Tartarus looks like.
Okay, I'll tell you everything. Just, please, don't make me talk to her. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
And who is he? Your bookie? Murderous confidant? Secret paramour with whom you've had a torrid affair?
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
I take it you've taken a lot of blows to the head playing tossball?
Not sure how that's related. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Any advice for next time, Ellie?
A shot of Spectrum mixed in a Gigantor energy drink first thing in the morning. Works like a charm.
I think that probably counts as drinking, but thanks, ma'am. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's datapad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
Well, there's still a gap in your timeline, Bertie. I'm not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
Sorry, Bertie, but I can't let a suspect be part of the investigation.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
I have a few more questions.
What do you want to know?
So why did you have the mascot pull that little stunt over the recording in Helen's room?
I remember sending her the recording, but law, I was halfway to preserved by then. I don't know what was on it. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I was involved in her death. I was scared of looking suspicious.
So you had a man break into Helen's old room to cover it up.
Wish that were the dumbest thing I ever did, but it's not. I remember.
Well, anyway, I found the recording. There's nothing incriminating on it.
You listened to it? What'd I say to Helen? Did I sound drunk?
Extremely.
Oh, law. I hope Helen didn't listen to it. I don't want that to be the last time she heard my voice.
Anyway, so, about Helen.
What about her?
Why did you break up?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't.
Alright, what was your relationship with her like?
Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together.
Did she have any enemies?
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each.
Alright, let me ask you something else.
What do you want to know?
About this Auric West?
Yeah?
What's his deal?
Auric's a businessman. He sells stuff you can't get elsewhere. You know, alternative stuff. We're talking sort of science, crockery, whole supplements.
Do you mean holistic supplements?
Probably. I can never remember. I just know I trust Auric more than I do any sawbones. Maybe putting effort accelerators in your body isn't always the right call, you know? Maybe there are other options. Maybe I don't take all the accelerators Rizzo's pushes on me.
Maybe I should forget that last one so you don't get in trouble with Rizzo's.
Oh, yeah. I'd appreciate that. Yeah?
Yeah, so where can I find him?
Auric hangs around the spaceport most days. Since he's not here at the bar, he's most likely over by the buy-a-bunks at the shipping yard.
Alright, well, that's enough for now, Bertie.
Haven't seen you around before, but that ain't no problem. All are welcome at the Copper Bottom Cantina, so long as their bits are good, huh? Can I get you something?
Hey there. Anything interesting happen around here?
Nah. No, but some folks have been saying there was some kind of fight between a mechanical and some spacers last night. I didn't see it myself, and seems far-fetched. Deputy Wine Taster ain't exactly prone to wandering, nor are most other mechanicals that I'm aware of. There's a new Void Dan burn on my nice clean floor, but I think it's the doing of one of my customers.
So how's a fellow like you end up bartending?
Yeah, so you notice that I'm a little off kilter, huh? Damn if it ain't been a while. I'm too old to run around anymore, but in my heyday, I used to play for the Rangers.
Ah, yes, the classic career path. Tossball player to bartender.
Hey, when you tell a story, you're supposed to start at the beginning. Unless you're in media res, which is a storytelling crutch, far as I'm concerned. Serial overuse. Get it?
No.
Wait, what was I saying?
You were talking about your younger days as a tossball player.
Oh, yeah. I played for the Rangers in my heyday. My specialty was getting nailed by serves without keeling over.
Getting hit with the ball was a specialty.
Yep. Ernest the Bean Padilla, they called me. At least I think that's what they called me. League leader in hit by serves 2 years in a row. Folks started competing to see how many times they could hit me in a match. Called it quits not long after that. Ain't safe to take that many blows to the head.
I see. So you moved to Eridanos after your playing days ended.
I came out to coach the Rangers during training camp, but after a while I had trouble remembering which player was which. Slug lets me bartend instead of recommending me for early retirement, for which I'm most grateful. I'd hate lying around like a deadbeat.
Sounds like you've enjoyed your careers. Don't see a lot of that in Halcyon.
Absolutely. I know things can get rough, but I've had a more decent life than I've had any right to. Thanks for reliving the old days with me. Anyhow, I think I've talked plenty now. Is there something I can get you?
No.
Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
Something better than beer, you say?
Bold claim, I know. But I wouldn't lie to you, friend. The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Auntie Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Really?
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
And what kind of alternatives do you sell?
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence. Best kept secret in the business.
It's probably just ground up fast ration pills. Or it's the real thing, which is an incredibly dangerous hallucinogen. That tastes disgusting.
And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known Tossball star, they can help anybody.
Speaking of which, I'm here to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
Just a man looking for answers.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring you any trouble, pal. I just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Bertie. So what?
Well, I heard you taught Bertie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Bertie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
Sure. Was he with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Bertie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
And how do you know Bertie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantisaur essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
What for?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. And then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
What do you mean?
Come on. Bertie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
Alright, well, thank you for your time, Ulrich. That's all for now.